In this video, I will talk about Microsoft Teams and how it works. First of all, you need to have an account, so you sign up for free, or you need to sign in with a username and a password. Microsoft Teams can also be an application where you can work with it, or it can be achieved as a web view. A web view looks like this. This is your name. And this is your status. If you want to be available or busy, if you don't want anyone to disturb you, if you want to set a status message that appears for anyone who wants to message you, and so many things. This is the activity area where things that you've done show, or if someone mentioned you, it will appear over here. There's also a chat where you chat with people privately. The chat should be with people in your domain, in your organization. Teams. This is the biggest part where you deal with the classes. To create a class, you need to either join one if you had a code, join team with a code, or you create the class. When you create a team, it's either a class or with staff. These are usually the most used teams. Let's say we're going to create a class. Let's name it, for example, grade 10B. If there's a description, you write it over here and next. When you create a team, you need to add the students manually. The students in a school usually belong to the system as users. So once you type a name, you just add the name like this. And then, of course, because this person is not in my organization, I cannot add them. I can skip now because this is a trial. Now, this is how the team looks like. It's a class. Posts, it's the place where you start a conversation, like hello, or you can have an announcement by pressing on this bar and changing from a conversation to an announcement, say urgent meeting. You can change the color. You can mark it as important. You can, in the text, whatever you want to say, you can make it bold, underlined, italic, just like Word, or highlighted, or change the writing color. You need to click on it and then change the color of the writing, and you can make the writing large, and all of these I guess you are already familiar with. This is for posting and posting general information in a team. There's the files section. This is where you have all the documents, the images listed in the dialog or in the post. Everything will appear in the files. It's taking a little bit of time. When you enter files, there's something called class material. Class material is the safe place for a teacher to place her files, like PowerPoints, videos, worksheets. Students cannot change anything in the class material. This should be appearing as a class material, but it's stuck at the moment. Let's move to assignment meanwhile. Assignments. Every teacher needs to assess her students. With assignments, you can either send a PDF file as an assignment. The student downloads the PDF file, or you create a forms quiz by creating a new form. It's like a multiple choice, automatically corrected quiz. And we're a little bit waiting. Let's get started. When you start with an assignment, as I told you, you need to create a new one. Creating an assignment, this will show. Connection is a bit slow. Let's have a certain title, homework 1, for example. Add the resource. resource already in your on your device. You should have created a PDF or a Word file that you want to send to your students. Let's say I want to send for them this one. I have to wait until it's fully uploaded, and then when it's uploaded, I just press done. So it's uploaded, I press done, and then if there's a point, grades or something, I can add over here. How to add? If I want all the students of this class, it's just like that. You don't need to do anything else. If it's for a specific number or a certain group of students, maybe the weak ones, maybe the ones who are talented with your subject, you can choose the students from just clicking on the side and choosing the students that you want. There's also an option, at the beginning of the year, sometimes students enroll late. So all the quizzes you've already posted for students are already done and returned and everything. This option assigns to all students added to this class in the future. Automatically, they will have all the old quizzes in their hand to resolve. Okay. Now, as for the due date, if this is to be posted at the moment, you just choose the due date and the time. If you want it to be scheduled for the future, you can go into this part and choose the date. It's a bit slow. Choose the date of posting. Like, for example, I want it to be posted on Sunday, and I want it at, let's say, 6 a.m. to be posted. I want the due date to be like second day, and the time is fine. And there's this option of close date. The option of close date means that the student cannot do this quiz anymore if it's due. So if students come on Tuesday, October 6th, they will not find this assignment anymore. So if a teacher wants any late submission, she should not click on this box. So after we're done, we just save. We can save, we can discard, like we throw it to the trash, we can save it for future use, or we can schedule it with it already. When we schedule a quiz, it will look like the following. What can I also do is, in the same class, I can create channels. For example, if I'm teaching mathematics, maybe I want to create one channel for fractions, another channel for maybe, I don't know, integrals or derivatives or addition, subtraction, whatever the grade is. You just click on the 3 points on the side. You would say add channel. You would say, for example, derivatives. And then automatically show in the channel for everyone. It should be accessible to all the team if it's for everyone. If it's for a specific student, you press on privacy and then you choose the students in the second step. Once you've added this channel, okay, you've added this channel, it will appear like this. It's a sub channel or a sub team. If you want, you can start a new conversation. You have its own files related to this chapter. It has its own notes and everything. These are the most general ideas about teams. The assignments are also accessible from this area, where you can see what assignments are being listed for the students. No grading because this is a new one, but if I go into my own working place, okay, and I switch from one user to another, I can see that I have lots of assignments. Let's just wait a minute. I'm going to my work Teams. I have already lots of assignments listed for different classes, and these are the assignments that are there for my students, and some of them are returned. This is how it will look like. Back to the web view. There's also the option of a calendar. A calendar is for you to use, for example, let's say I want to set a new meeting. When I say a new meeting, I can add the title, teachers meeting with their classmates or something. You can choose the date, the time, when it starts, a reminder, do not repeat. You can text something for everyone to remember. And then it will remind all the people added here that they have this meeting. What else can I tell you about Teams? Yeah, of course, I want to close this one and I want to discard. Let's go back to Teams. I forgot to tell you that if you wanted to have a meeting, you should press on this button. When you press on this button, you will have the option of removing the cam and then start your call. The people who are currently in this meeting appear on the side. If you want to invite someone, you just type their name over here and you just add them. I don't want to add someone by mistake. Just add any one of the people over here and they will be listed as members. If you want to share the link and post it on a WhatsApp or any other email, they can join using this link. How to deal with this video call. This is for the cam to appear. This is for microphone to be muted. This is for sharing the screen. If you want to record your session, you start recording over here. If you wanted to show the notes for everyone to write instead of disturbing your explanation, you can use the show notes, meeting notes. And as a teacher, I really need this tool to share my desktop. Since I'm using a web version, some things are not allowed. Let's say I will share my whiteboard. When I share the whiteboard, the students will also be able to see this screen, only the whiteboard, nothing else. When you share a desktop, they will see your entire screen. But if it's just a whiteboard, this is what they will see, the whiteboard. Okay, something just went wrong. Let's share a PowerPoint. Usually teachers use PowerPoints to share. For example, if I wanted to share this PowerPoint for my students, that's what they will see. This is my lesson. If I needed to talk about anything, you can just start your PowerPoint. Now, if I just wanted everyone to, if I muted everyone, if I had members, I just can click on the 3 points over here that should be, and I mute all the members or participants. There's an option where you tell the students, if you want to talk, just raise your hand, and this will appear as a sign that I've raised my hand. Then the teacher will give permission to whoever he or she wants to give. The participants can be hidden, of course. The notes can be reached by this button. As I've told you before, you can record, and let's end this call at the moment. And I remembered that I did not mention how to create a quiz using the quiz option. When I say it's a quiz, this is what's gonna appear. I choose the class and then I say next. Quizzes on Teams are in the shape of forms. Forms means you have to click on a new one. It will take you into the application forms, Microsoft Forms. Over here, you will see that you will have the title where you will write anything. This is what appears for the students. This is where you can insert an image as a starter, add a new question, multiple choice. This is how you add 4 multiple choices. Don't forget to check which multiple choice is correct. Never forget to press on required. Never forget to place the points. Otherwise, you have to correct every single student